Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and I write games for fun, so how are we doing today? Today we're going to be working on more of Danmaku Rhapsody Spirit Accelerate, and this is our night-morning stream, otherwise known as. It is about 6 o'clock for me, and therefore it will most likely be about 7 in the morning, maybe, across the world. Yes, about, let's see, what time is it in New York City time? What time is it in New York? It is 5 a.m. So, any of my 5 a.m. bros on the East Coast up and around. Hello, Kalu Kalay. Oh goodness. What are you road screws sitting on the hill? Why were you so facetious? Because I can be. That's the funny part. That's the best part about being a niche internet micro celebrity. You can just write whatever the fuck you want. I can do whatever I want. No one can stop me. I'm usually facetious in my various introductions though. Especially if it was just a hard game. A lot of little work, and that's honestly what City on the Hill was. A lot of little work. I need a lot more. If I had a team of like 4 people, I think that game would be. But I have a team of me who's working. So, yeah. But, Danmaku, Rhapsody. I've been working on things. Most things what I've been working on is, as you can kind of see, we finished up all of our races. Everything is there. Hello, Rock. How are you? Got all our skills and hindrances done. Most of these work pretty well. I did label them all as either triggers, abilities, or talents. Everything is here. Again, we have all the hindrances. 2 girls, Yasu and Sango. Boom. I did put a page about abilities. Most of the time when you're looking at Toothoot girls, they all have an ability. And sometimes those abilities happen pretty useful. Other times, they just kind of get mentioned how, they kind of get mentioned offhandedly. And I find that very funny. Like, it's... Let's see. Let me see if I can find the Toho wiki. The Toho wiki. That's not the right Toho wiki. Where's the right? Okay, here we go. I think this is the... No, that is the wrong Toho wiki. This is also the wrong Toho wiki. Here's the right Toho wiki. Specifically, the discussion page of Rhapsody Scarlet. But here's Rhapsody Scarlet. Now, she is a fucking vampire, and she has the ability of manipulation of fate. Like, let's look at, hey everyone, it's Aya, capable of manipulating wind, capable of manipulating poison, dropping will-o-wisps, capable of using spirit photography. Yeah, some of these don't really feel like they do anything until they do. Oh wow, capable of manipulating wild monkeys. So I put them in. Effectively, you might get abilities via having your race or having various skills. You combine these together into a single one. You have complete mastery and you are a complete domain mastery and you are a vampire, and be like, yeah, cool, I have blood manipulation, I can summon blood, and I can control. Cool. And then you actually say what it is. Is it just completely superficial? Like, Rhapsody Scarlet is manipulation of fate. What the fuck does that even do? It does nothing. It is literally just to say she has a power because who she is. And it might come up, maybe, but it's still pretty superficial. If it's an extreme power, the ability to absorb anything or anything like that, that would be extreme, and you have to exhaust 5. You have to exhaust 5 of your deck to do such. This is fucking crippling. On the other hand, it is a Yeah. It is, this is a way to win or lose an incident. Like, this is like your main thing, but it's your entire deck. Like Sakuya, for example, Sakuya, she has the ability to stop time. Really, it's only major. She stops time, she exhausts her 2 cards, she stops time, something happens. Cool, this is neat, this is awesome. On the other hand, if she could do that effectively, like mid, oh, I can just do anything I want during, my world of stop time, it would be like, yeah, it's extreme. Generally speaking, nothing too exotic here. It just, there are fun things to do, which are fun powers to use. And fun powers and fun abilities are fun to use, because if you don't have them, you lose a little bit of it. It also can help you do various things. But it's not a portal fantasy in the description, it is a displacement fantasy. It's Portal. I don't know what the fuck you're on about. That you can't just put words in front of fantasy. It's toilet fantasy. Oh, it's fucking... it's toilet fantasy. Oh, no, man. It's fucking, great value fantasy. Oh, no, it's fucking Walmart fantasy. No. Using that as a term you fucking told me. And also, oh man, it's not inspired by solo leveling. Bitch, that is how you fucking pitched it to me. It's redneck solo leveling. That is how you pitched it to me, so it's going to be that. Even though, technically, the game did not even become that. It became wizardry. Ugh. Right there. Oh, right there. Oh. Alright, let's get back to work. Yes, abilities, they work. We did spreads last night. Well, I did spreads anyway. And the entire idea is that you get one of these to begin with, and anytime you use a spread action, you can choose one of these. Logical lines, you have a diagonal line, you are using a grenade. Grenades are kind of weird. Skip shots, bursts, arcs, clusters, or chaos burst. Now, the idea... The idea is that these are allowing you to do things. Most of these are pretty simple. If you have the needle spread, you can fire all of your bullets in straight lines. Angle, you can fire them at angles. If you have skip, you have to do it like this. Grenade is kind of weird, but the idea of grenade is that each one has to connect to a second one. So, for example, here is my X. Here's my bullet. I can put another bullet. I cannot put another bullet there because it's connected to it. I would have to put the other bullet here. But that would let me put it here, which would let me put it here. As long as you are adjacent to more bullets, you can use grenade. Now, the advantage of grenade is saying, cool, I'm going to create a 2x2 fucking block in front of me and just dump like 10 power in. The rest kind of struggle with that. Especially if you're working with something like burst, which can't because what you can do is something like one bullet, one bullet, one bullet, one bullet, one bullet, and then use a grenade over here. All you need to do is have 2. Burst is literally you have to put it around you. It has to be adjacent to you. This does mean that you can burst yourself. You can just put a bunch of bullets on yourself to do things. I don't know why you would, but nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you from doing that. Arc, again, you hear your 2 options. Everything is range 2. 1, 2. See, yes, range 2 or 3, and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. So on and so forth. So pretty simple. If you have someone who is using arc a lot, get in close to them. On the other hand, you have cluster. What is cluster? Cluster is you dump all your power on one space. Within in range 2, but all bullets are stacked. I have 10 power. I say this area has 10 bullets now. Is cluster really good? Not really. Cluster is very useful, though. Cluster's value increases exponentially if you are targeting with other. You have saturated the board and forced them into a very weird state of being, and someone birds in the spell card to stop them. Cluster them. It benefits actually the it benefits people who are very fast. Because if you're very fast, that means you are, but you have to wait. It's kind of like hold as long as you can before you cluster, or use your cluster. Chaos Burst is, you can put it anywhere within range 2, but, the big but, actually, the largest but of this statement is that you can't stack bullets around. That's a pretty big oopsie poopsie situation. You cannot stack bullets, so you have to spread them around. It's really no better than a standard spread, but Chaos Burst is very useful if you do that. That is, as they say, what it is. So now we're going to be moving on to the spell card creation. This is the hard part. I did end up fixing this. I just rewrote this. They appear differently. The concepts apply. Okay. So, this is hideous and I need to fix it. So what we're going to do is we're going to fix it. Spell card terms and design. So first things first, we're going to bring you down to 3. Spell card is broken down to reflect their abilities and quick reference for the heroine. Designing them. Alright, so what we're going to do ball. Facetious. Okay, we're going that, we're going. What, 0.04. I don't know why they changed the cell padding thing. I think it. So, ranging from 0 to 10, ranging from 0 to 10, to type, defense, offense, defense, support 3 is field. I need to actually remake. What I need to do is I need to remake this pretty significantly. I have a little, see, the thing now is that I have a little bit of card design I've got a little bit of card design know-how now, so I can attempt to make a cards. Alternatively, I was going to harass Scribble to do it. Because the secret to huge success, everyone, is just understanding when to harass people to have them do. But Notepad, you gotta be an independent, strong, independent black woman. You gotta do it all. No. No. I don't got it. I can get my favorite my favorite co-star Scrunglo Scribble to do it. He said he would too, so I'm holding him to it. Just like he would say he was going to do the artwork for Home of the Elven Queen, which he never did. God damn. Okay, so grab Euclid's notes. We do that. So first things first. Cost 1, cost 0. Let's see. Spell cards cost 0. Yep. Very specific rules for very specific circumstances. Then we do. Ah, yes, friendly labor, aka free labor. Damn straight. We both know. I know how this goes. He knows. I made the fucking game for him. I host his jams. Oh, good. Oh, God. Uh-oh. That's not how it's supposed to feel. Alright, spells effect. Euclid, okay. The magic is the number of points given to the... to design their... A spell card may add as many effects as wish as long as they stay under or equal to their magic design. Okay. That we put you. What we're going to do is we're going to do 1, 2. So magic design equal card cost times 5. Hey, heroine. Hey, heroine can may freely choose the cost of all of her spell cards. A few that are cheap allows the heroine spell card effects. Down to heading 4, we need to go to new. We need 12. Spell card effects. There we go. Magic design. Actually, Spell card creation. Heading 3. Heading 3. Spell card effects. Spell card 2. All spell. How do I want to work? Yeah. X. Spin. Well, each spell card begins with a range of 1, indicating it is orthologically adjacent to the caster. To do. So this is free to do. Flavor. What did I end up calling the... What did I end up calling the GM? I know I called her something silly. Observer. It is often encouraged. As well as noted correctly, as well as noted. So universal spell effects. So we have our Ah. Okay. So, Erica. Eric. 1, 2, 4. So, arc. Can do is we're going to left. This arc 3. Mm. 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 About a heron. Increase radius. Okay. No, 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 no. I need to. So, first things first. Endpoint. Endpoint. Radius. Range. Mm. Mm. Spell card. Mm. That. Mm. 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 Objects. We need to bring radius. Mm. 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 When designating the target of a spell card, the endpoint is will end it. Oh. Mm. Okay, so. Mm. 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 Using previous endpoint as the new source combo. Mm. 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 Let's see. When a spell card is shifted, it will move all its effects one space in one direction. When used, So if you have crystalline, you burst it out, and then you can shift it up or shift it to the left or right or down. You can effectively say burst attack. Cool. I'm gonna like just move it forward one. You have effectively a free extra range on it. But you can also use this for other things. You can use that to make silly things happen. Mm. 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 Personal barrier by Mm. Mm. Let's see. The spell card's power cost is spent. Mm. 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 Winter or timeless phase. Delay. Mm. 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 See, okay. So, spring, summer, autumn. Spell card may be used during the summer phase. Spring, summer, so yeah, so instead of being fight in the autumn phase, it now is in the summer phase. Actually, or we can do ooh, get rid of that. Go spell effects. Full spell effect finger, multiple. See, I knew this was going to be the hard part. Because this is where I said, yeah, I'm going to have to write a fucking card game. Like, I wasn't lying when I said I'm going to have to write a fucking card game, because this is what this is, effectively. Card game. Mm-hmm. We want to burn. Mm. 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 E3 per DMG. Mm. I don't really need plus anymore. Yeah, because it would just be. Mm. Mm. Um. Mm. Okay, so bullet heaven places a bullet down in each space affected by the spell card. Mm. 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 So, no, actually, no. We want to spell card offensive. So, mm. 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 Armor. Mm. 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 I should do that. So then we do spell card support, which would be actually no. 0-0. Okay, so bullet heaven. Okay, so confirms nature spell cards. We have that. No prior assumptions. Okay, first step. So we know these are. Why don't we make you orange? Make you green. Then we have a spell card, which will make you kind of bluish. So, spell type offensive, spell type defensive, spell type support. Horn, okay, it's gone 40k, but fast Horn Rat. Why is Horn Rat not a Chaos God in 40k? Because Skaven are not in 40k. Yeah. You gotta remember, like, the thing in fantasy, the thing in Warhammer Fantasy, is that Warhammer Fantasy has a fucking pantheon. People tend to forget this, because they know Sigmar. You know, you got Sigmar, you know, the big cheese. You know who he is. He's the big cheese. He's Sigmar, you know, the biggest man. And as we know in Warhammer, the man with who is the biggest pauldrons tends to be the man in charge. However, people tend to forget, like, there were a bunch of gods in, let me see if I can find more. It was more in, yeah, there are a bunch of gods, technically, in Warhammer Fantasy. Yeah, like, there are many of them, you know, the gods of the old world. You get, like, old ones, like Ulrich. We're like, oh, it's the old gods, like... Yeah, things got, like, really big. Technically, you also have, like, Renald, Shyla. If you want to be specific, Cain is actually a god. He is actually a god worshipped by like all of the elves. Yeah, the Avatar of Cain always sucks. Like, always remember that. The Avatar of Cain sucks. But it's like, yeah, here's Shyla, here's Ronald, here's... Yeah. People tend to forget that because it's just not as... It's not as important. But when 40K came about... Fuck off, or no one like... But when 40K came about, it... Like, the Great Horned Rat and, like, all the other kind of minor Chaos Gods... Because that's what they were. There were other Chaos Gods. Like, the main four, the big four we know about, Slaanesh, Nurgle, Khorne, and Tzeentch, those were just the big ones. They were in Ascension permanently because they represent more primal beliefs. Lust, blood, and violence, pestilence, and madness. But if you look at the Norskin gods, the way they actually portray things are a lot different, and that's the entire point. But there were a bunch of minor Chaos gods. That was actually some of the actual like notes in the Warhammer Fantasy role-playing game. Like all of the notable Chaos gods. Yeah, a lot of them ended up there, but like you get like Malal, Kirt, like Queethel. Like you got a couple other gods, but over time, like they just stopped being important, if that makes sense. Because they stopped being important because you had the big four and they did everything. But yes, it's Malal. And then 40K came around, which was just, let's just make things as simple as possible. 40K, I don't believe 40K minor Chaos Gods. I don't think they are really as important. Like, I don't think they really show up anymore. They get brought up as... How do I want to word it? They get brought up as like a thing that might happen but not. Yeah, it's like, yes, do you want to be Malice? Maybe the Tau. Yeah, cool. Five-fingered, many-armed, adhering to the concepts of the greater good. Oh, wow, cool. Yeah, no, they just... It's one of those things where it's like, it's not important, therefore no one gives a shit, really. One of the unfortunate realities of Games Workshop. They just don't care. Cardboard Hustle 2, The Reckoning. It's always been The Reckoning. Let's see. So, Curse, Blessing. Should work. Okay, so spell effects. So actually we want to do zero, but we're going to do +2. We're going to do 0. It's good. 0 cost, but it's +2 per bullet. What does that mean? It means you place 1 bullet for free, but you can just stack this to have like 4 bullets if you want to fucking saturate it. Alright, but if we have generic spell effects, they are generic. Let's just make you... What we could do is we make you black and white. Since you're offensive, you turn into... What's that one. So we grab you, you turn into this. Burn, take an additional +2. Burn, Actually, melee damage. Melee damage of the spell card. Call melee strike. 3. Okay. Let's see. The heroine moves adjacent to the endpoint. Let's see. Moves adjacent to the endpoint. We want to do needle Abby. Actually, we don't need needle. And do angle up. Need. I have no idea if this is even gonna fucking work, but burst. I can see it in my mind. I need to make sure that it actually works. Card may now use the arc spread for bullets. Mm. Mm. I need to make sure this is working properly. Maybe wondering, what do I mean by that? Because I can see it in my head of how this works. And I've written it down. If I look at it there, it works, but... Mm. If the rival moves, the spell will shift its endpoint. Tracking save. Because ultimately, if you really if the thing is, if we really look at what, like, if we're really looking at it, like, this is ultimately what we're trying to do, is we're trying to create this. And this is all you're doing. You're just distributing as many bullets as you physically can in an area. This is Imperishable Night. And it's like, oh wow, look, there's a bajillion fucking bullets around. Like, yes, he's just spreading bullets around. So the best way to think about it is like this, what removes firing, that's your spread. Spell cards are, I'm going to put as many bullets on table as I physically can. Or at least do something more unique with them. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna grab you. So we want to do... Personal barrier by +1. 3 per barrier. Increase adjacent target. Let's see. Okay. So the entire idea of drag is actually, we want to do, why don't we do that as 5? We'll do so. Increases her barrier by +1 for each barrier grazed this round. Let's see. So, let's see. So, block, barrier repair, barrier drag, absorb, mitigate, reduce damage. All right. We want to do. Hello. Damn, I got Iro. Don't worry, Dirty. I'm always here for you. I'm glad to see my commissions continue to get recycled. Where did the name of Ethan Earth? Where did Ethan Earth come from? Ethan Earth is my hit new daily children's television show about pollution. Also, it is not compatible at all with Scribble's Toothoot. I thought about doing something like that, but I was like, man, that sounds fucking hard. So, no. Don't worry, Dirty, I'm always here. This is called getting laser focused. Yeah, reduces all damage by reduces damage per that doesn't seem very impressive. Wow, you get to reduce damage by oh wow, cool, you get to reduce damage by 1, but if you step on something worth 10 bullets, that's negative 10 damage. But you've also stepped on something worth fucking bullets, so you probably are not having a good time. Actually, one, two, three, two. Armor. Armor, 1, 2. Oh, yes, it's armor. Base check. Alright, so we've got you. Now we move here. Freezes occurs. Let's see, delayed until the timeless phase. Mm. Mm. Right. Effectively, it's a thing that gets immediately destroyed upon looking at them. It's a knight, a rook, or a bishop. Those are very specific kinds of things. Mm. 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 Actually, miniaturize growth. Mm. Mm. Oh, actually, no. Mm. Let me check inchlings. What? Oh, shouldn't. Nope. Nope. Be up there. Don't move. Add inchlings. Mm. 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 Very difficult to get growth or miniaturize to work properly. But if you can, we want to do. Mm. There you go. Take +2 damage per bullet or melee attack. Therefore, you get hit with 5 bullets, you take 10 extra damage with it, which pretty much means you're going to fucking die. This is the don't get hit, don't get hit. Mm. 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 Hello. Oh. Mm. 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 Why is that bad? Because that means you can no longer use certain things. But it costs a lot, and that means it's a lot of abilities in your hand. Make sure that we don't get to do it. How could you come up with the name Aaron Earth? Because it felt appropriate. It took me like a week. The name Aaron Earth took a long time to actually make because it just didn't. It didn't want to work. Nothing really came to mind outside just calling it Riffs 2 Electric Boogaloo. But Aaron Earth kind of materialized and it just became the most appropriate name I could think of. Because it's the Aaron Earth. It's adventure, but it's wrong. And it's Earth. And still wrong. Blue. Let's think. Support. What other things would be useful? We want to do. Actually, no. We'll do. I said do haste. Mm. 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 Say yes, graphic design is my passion. Okay, so what I feel like we're missing something when it comes to hasting. I guess we can actually do, if we have haste, that means we can probably put in slow as first target made, target decreases. Removed by -1 until the timeless phase. D. Upon the process of contact, how? Okay, let's just fucking. Well, I guess we're just playing 20 random fucking questions tonight. I need to print everything out. I need to print out the letter that Cole gave me, and then I need to figure out how to actually mail it, because I thought I knew how to mail it. I don't. Because the Japanese post office system is fucking convoluted, so I've been kind of winging it. I think I know how to do it. It's just taking time. Just a lot of talking to person A to get to talk to person B to talk to person C to talk to person C. Fucking. It is. We know who to contact. I think that is the most important. The important part of this equation is we know who to contact, we know where he lives. I can fucking go to where he lives tomorrow. I can go to his fucking house. I can go up to his apartment, knock on his fucking door, and say, Konnichiwa, it is I, Memo-san, give me the Fortissimo right, and then throw him off the edge of the banister. But I don't believe that would be polite. So I want to send the letter, but I want to make 2 copies of it. Because I want to send him the letter, And I want to put like a business card in there, like, please contact me if you want to contact me. Contact me at this fucking email, or at this email, or this email. Contact us so we may talk. But I'm like, okay, like, how should I don't know if it would be like, should I put like my business card in there? Be like, hello, I'm a real human being. Especially because it's going to be using my address. So it's a little bit weird, but a fun part. Mm. Okay, so we do this, everything here. We start doing all of the fucking made in heaven. I've been listening to a lot of Poochie shit posting recently. I don't know why I've been listening to Poochie shit posting, but I don't know. There's something human about it. Something about doing the Lord's work. I'm enjoying my my almond bars that I paid 98 yen for. They're not good. I like them. Very bland. I put down 3 bullets per space affected. Alright. So. Alright. Actually, I have a space of 1. Anything that is orthologically adjacent to me, that is my current spread. I put 3 bullets down. However, let's say I want to do combo. Actually, let's say I want to do combo, spell circle, combo spell circle with a burst spread. Okay. So in total, 8, 12. So in total, this is 12. And what I get to do, and because I have a spell circle, so I'm increasing my source by 1, and I'm choosing to do a burst spread, I can select anything within that radius and perform it. I am effectively detonating a nuclear bomb on my face because I'm a fucking idiot. I am a fucking moron, therefore. Hmm. God, we had that line. We had that line. That's 12 currently. So, generally speaking, we have a magic design cost of 2. It requires 2 fucking power to use this. To absolutely fucking annihilate the field in bullets. Not really that bad, all things considering. You know, we can actually... I guess if we reduce the cost by that, so this would be 12 bullets, we do 4, so it would be magic cost 4, we bullet heaven, so that's 3 bullets, 3, but technically that's not 3 bullets, that's actually, that'd be 3, let's assume we have 10 power, we spend 3, we have 7 power remaining, 7 times 2, 14 bullets. 14 bullets in a spread around us with a burst spread. That would be a total of 14 bullets, but we actually get to do it twice because of combo. That's 28 bullets that we have currently put down at the cost of 3 power. But... okay. Alright. Alright. That's good. I can work with that. So if we reduce the cost down, that means like the really like I'm doing 8 billion fucking things aren't as likely, but can still occur, and I'm okay with that. Mostly for characters with bullshit, stupid abilities that let them do bullshit, stupid things. Okay with bull. I'm okay with bullshit when I can control the. That's the operative word here. That's the operative. I cannot control it. I do not want. You're going to be making 4 of these. All right. Yeah, it's got yet. How you been doing in Godzilla attacks? It's been all right. Good day. Did you see any salary? I have not seen any salaryman get isekai'd yet. I've seen a couple people come close, and I have been delayed on a train because of it, but nothing too exciting there. No cosmic offers yet. I just have to deal with my boss being really shitty at his shit at his job, like really bad. But we're doing it. And Cruciform. Oh god, don't even remind me about Cruciform. I'm gonna give you all an update on Cruciform. Okay, are you ready for your update on Cruciform? I'm fucking stuck. I don't know what to do. I need to fix it. I have no idea how to fix it. Even saw an all-American rice. Fuck, man, you almost got to. Do you know how much rice is? Like an actual fucking bag of rice. Like if you want a good bag, like 5 kilos. You want 5 kilograms of rice. That's like 10 pounds, mind you. That 10 fucking pounds of rice is like 20 bucks. Rice is fucking expensive here. And I'm like, fuck me, man. It's like 20 bucks. And that's not even like the good rice. I'm lucky. I got a 2 kilogram bag of rice for 700 yen. 700 yen. To give you an idea, 2 kilograms of fucking rice. I paid less than $5. Oh god, how much is... I paid less than $5 fucking for it. And I told the staff members. I'll always be very brutal about it. I work for Nova. Nova fucking sucks. Though, by saying that Nova fucking sucks, I am technically in violation. Or how did these people get their job? I actually know why he got his job. The guy who used to run everything, the guy who used to be the area manager, he stepped down to effectively take a lighter position elsewhere, and he got promoted up by virtue of being the right guy at the right place. That is literally the reason. Because he did all of the training, even though the training is fucking terrible. Like, it's comically bad. And like, he's been trying to be, how do I want to, he's been trying to get me to change things. He's like, oh, your hair's too long. Oh, this is too long. Oh, your beard's too long. Everything. But he doesn't do it in like this. It's too long. Let's fix it. He does it like a bitchy, like, high school girl. Oh, well, looks like we're in the men's hair club today. Hey, everyone, let's try to get that cut. Like, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No one in here cares. The only one who cares is you. And you... And it's like, it's one of those things, it's like, and you are also in violation of my contract already. And I should harass him about that tomorrow. I really should, because he is in violation of my contract. Because he didn't send me a written copy of him changing my fucking shift. So I get to... So what I need to do is I need to actually send him a thing. Most likely tomorrow. I will send him a thing online, and I will say, hey, just want to make sure, where is my contract that I signed and requested an email copy of? And where is the written confirmation of you shifting my my shift around to another location? I would like the written confirmation from you via email, please. If it is too difficult, I can go to the office in my shorts and t-shirt and get it there. Go over his head. That's the problem, Solid, is that I don't know who. I don't even know who he works for. The structure is really weird because I don't know who he's answering to. Because we answer to him. He answers to someone else, and I think they answer to other people. But, I don't think... How do I want to word this? I don't think the Japanese staff, which is... The Japanese staff are either really nice or the worst fucking people ever. When in 95 of the conversation, I'm like, hey, can I have some... Like, I think we need better dry erase markers. Hey, I think we should get that. Can we get a stapler? I've realized that Japanese people grunt. I would love to say it other ways, but the Japanese staff grunt. She does not make words, she grunts. She fucking unga bungas, and it's like, god fucking damn it, just tell me what I want to know. See, and you want to know what the worst part is, Timber? You want to know what the worst part? I can get into anybody's information very fucking easy. Fucking easy. You want to know how I can do it? Because every stupid motherfucker motherfucker in that building, in both of my buildings, everywhere I've gone, those stupid motherfuckers do not keep their passwords secret. They put them on the website. You know when you see autofill and like, oh, it autofills your password? Yeah, they put that on a public terminal, I should add. I've logged into people's things before. On accident sometimes, I just hit something too fast. And I've logged into people's accounts before. They're very sensitive accounts. And you want to know what the best part is? Since it's a public terminal that we know the password to, I can access all of their passwords very fucking easily. And you want to know what the funniest part is? Because of the nature of how it's actually distributed, I know their employee number because it saves their fucking username. And because I know their employee number, I can access a completely different site. And because I can access that completely different site with the same password, I should add, I can also submit forms in their name very fucking easily. There's no oversight. There's no way of double checking this. And you want to know, now, you want to know the way that you have to submit things. You do not submit them on like a secure form, secure. No, you submit them on Google fucking Forms. Google fucking Forms. Like, I've had to submit my fucking, I've had to submit my SSN on there, I have to submit my housing details, I have to submit fucking everything. And I know that if I'm diligent enough, and I'm bored enough, I could probably find my manager's password, and I could probably find my manager's information. I don't think it would be that complicated. That, I think, is the worst part. Because you want to know what even worse is? If you know their employee ID number, you know how to log into their Zoom account. You know everything about them. You can get pay stubs. I can figure out where people live. Shit's easy. I've made it a point. Anytime so it's like, oh, would you like to say that? No, I input my password every fucking time. It's not a complicated password. Oh, one vindictive hacker doesn't need to bring the whole system down. The thing crashes, the fucking web service crashes itself. After a lesson, if you go on there too fast, there is a chance the system will DDoS itself. Because too many people are using the fucking time card system too much, and it will fucking crash. And yes, you will lose all your information. You will lose it. And you will have to input it all again. But you have 10 minutes to get everything done. Get ready for the next class. Or 5 minutes. Or 2 minutes. If you are doing a kids class. If you're doing a kids class, fuck it. You have 5 minutes between. And that's if you're lucky. If you're doing multiple kids classes back to back to back, that is Dante must fucking die mode. That is hard. Because sometimes the fucking cards aren't where they're supposed to be. And if they're not where they're fucking supposed to be, you're scrambling trying to find fucking mom or dad card. So you can teach a little fucking Takeshi how to fucking say mom or dad. And you're like, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate this. I hate these children. And it's like, I'm not even mad. Like, I can't really be mad. And I'm like, you gotta work with me here, people. Like, please give me something to work. And my boss was like, yeah, I've signed you up for mandatory training. And I know. Right now, the closest thing I have to that is I have classes at 12:50 I have classes at 12:50 at a school that is about 45 minutes away by the train. It takes me about 15-20 minutes to walk to the station. I walk to the station, I get on the train, because if I wait too long, that train on weekdays leaves at 11:30 and 11:45. I will not make it in time if I wait too long, so I have to catch the 10:30 train. So I take the 10:30 train, I go over one station, mind you, which is about $1.50. I get out of that station, and I go up to another station entirely, and I stand there for 15 to 20 minutes in the fucking heat. Have you lost any weight? No. At least I don't feel like I've lost weight. Mostly because I have been drinking myself into a coma. The thing is, you can... There's a very limited window of eating well, I've realized here in Japan. You eat efficient. I think that's a good way of thinking about it. Like, you can go out to any fucking ramen place, and it's fucking good. Good, shitty food. And it's gonna cost you like $3. Good shit. Tastes great. If you want to lose weight, you honestly want to lose it, you gotta move around, you gotta eat better, you gotta eat well. But eating well is hard, though, because you get things like the calorie mates. Like, get ready to enjoy calorie mates, because it's just dense, efficient food. Do I own a rice cooker? Yes, I do. I do not know if I could survive without my rice cooker. I love my rice cooker. My best friend. He is my friend. But I just don't have a lot of room for things. There's been a lot of, but I think that's a very good way of looking at it, is just spiritually broken. It is funny, though. It's, how do I want to word it? I understand 3 pivotal things in this beautiful world at this point. The first, I understand why Japanese people do not have kids. I understand it completely. Shit, people can't fucking deal with kids. I'm not saying, oh, well, people can't, you know, people don't like children here in Japan. No, I'm not meaning that. I'm meaning, I live in a place where if I had one other person in here, it would be extremely crowded. This is 90% of apartments. Think of living in a studio apartment with a child. A small studio. That is not physically possible. Now imagine living it with a spouse. Everyone assumes you have a spouse. If you have a kid, you are assumed to have a spouse. Single mom, single dad, doesn't happen. Shouldn't be doing that. Or you're a bad parent, effectively. Or unless you have a good reason for it. Like, the people who have kids are people who are already doing quite well, if that makes sense. They're not low on the metaphorical totem pole. Salarymen can't afford to have kids. They gotta pay for their dad who's 98 and never going to die. That's who they have to worry about. Fees to get a live-in partner? You seem so... No, not really. To give you an idea, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I wake up, I get ready, I do not get home till about 11. I go to bed, I wake up, I do the same thing. Friday night, I get home about 11. I go to bed. I wake up most likely about 7. I will get maybe 5 hours of sleep. I will go to work. I will do it again. I will do it again. And then the weekend happens. Fuck, you can't... If you work a 9 to 5, you gotta think, with a 9 to 5 with normal commuting times, it's more like an 8 to 10. But it's also not that. You gotta work harder, work more, work harder, keep doing things. It's not even like a libido thing, it's just a time thing. Do you have time to do things? And like you even said, you know, it's like, oh hey, you get home at 11 p.m. and you have to wake up at 5 a.m. Alright, cool, go out and party, or no, you're not gonna do that. You can't do that. What's nightlife like? Quiet. Around me, anyway. It's... how do I want to word it? The system is not necessarily rigged. That make it... like, there are people with kids around here. Quite a few kids, actually. Like, I see families, usually they have, like, 2 or 3 kids. That's an important thing. There's, like, 2 or 3 kids. If you have kids. If you don't, you never are going to have any kind of thing. Because you just don't, it's hard to get that going. And it's like, it's not necessarily for lack of trying. Like, they want you to do things. They want you to have partners. They want you to get fun. Like, that's not a thing. It's just not as incentivized. It's, you want to work? Cool, you work hard. You want to live in a place? Cool, you can live in a place that is like 2 hours away, or you can live into a place that is too small for another person to live with you. But you'll get to work on time, so you can get the money, so you can do things, so you can get the money but to do things, but you don't have time to do things, so you get the money to do the thing to do that. It's an endless series of cycles. And you either get it, you're either okay with it and you just accept it, or sounds just like not quite like the American housing crisis is very different. Different in a few different ways. It's mostly just, do you want to be close to work? I think here I can explain. I can do. So, in the US, roughly speaking, you have a trilemma of safety, cost, and access. This is your trilemma. Safety, is the neighborhood safe? Easy enough to understand. When I walk outside, am I going to get popped by a gangbanger? This is not as easy as it used to be. This is very difficult now in the United States. Cost is, can I afford this? But it's a lot more than that. You live a town over, things might be different. You live over here, it might be different. How long does it take for me to drive my car from point A to point B? That's very difficult. That's very time consuming. Something that is not simple to understand, because there's not just one cost, there are many, many different costs. And then you have access. How close am I to things? Okay, like, hey, it takes me, it's really cheap, it's really safe, but I'm 3 hours away from the closest hospital. This is... Alright, in Japan's a little different. It's more like access, space, and cost. With the idea of, like, access and cost being relatively similar, but space is... how much room do I have? You can live in very small areas here, and they're expecting you to live in those small areas. It ain't easy. but it's space. Because space is at a premium here. You always must remember that. Space is at a premium. Oh, I just want to live in the Japanese countryside. If you live in the Japanese countryside, oh, it's idyllic. It's great. It's wonderful. It will take you 2 hours by train to get fucking anywhere. If you're lucky. If you're lucky. Where are you going to work? Home? You mean, what internet are you going to use? If you're in the countryside, your internet fucking sucks. So you can't really do, like, remote work in the countryside very easily. You're buying shit like Starlink. If you're buying shit like Starlink, cost is, that the balance of the cost is no longer really, you know, that's getting now refactored in. It's not simple. It would be really nice if you could find that nice little simple thing for everything. And everyone's looking for that thing that they want to make the perfect play. And like even now, my company is realizing that they fucked up with me. They fucked up pretty bad. And they fucked up because it costs them roughly 6,000 yen a month to get me to my secondary office because it's just that expensive. It's just a more expensive line. And I can't buy a commuter pass. Why can't I buy a commuter pass? Not worth it. It is more expensive to buy the commuter pass for a line that doesn't offer it even in the right way than it is for me to just buy a ticket every time. It's extremely inefficient. If you want something like nightlife or anything, you're living in Tokyo. Tokyo, that's more expensive. And that's the problem. So, let's see. To do so, she will need to manage their spell debt. Blue session in India. Seems late, right? Okay, so see, instant go to the story of the incident. I was involved as the heroines navigate the odd world. Navigate in Tokyo. They will uncover secrets of information. You had the lead heroine. Everyone that is driving for the things while making major in it, multiple character. Maybe the actor during a scene. If competent addition. Using a competitive or disjointed method. I can't. Beta scene. Spell deck. Introduction. Is the introduction. This introduce. Okay. First scene. First scene is the introduction, not only with. And problem. So about the Muppet and Two Teacher anime game. Consider writing it? No, not really. Don't really have a good reason to do it. Why? What's that game even going to great? It's Great Teacher fucking Onizuka. It's a single meme. It's been a while since It's been a while since I even watched Great. During story scene. Was there, but also allowing the heroine. Reward the insert body. That. The climax scene has the Mm. Mm. Not a spirit will get an item card or a memento card. This a memento climax C. Mm. Mm. Those two at the climax C. Mm. Mm. No. Mm. 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 Trust me. Mm. Rated by other alter. Mm. Mm. Click. Mm. 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 Okay, so mm. 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 Actually, relax stock. Actually. Mm. 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 Harder. Mm. 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 Let's see there. Ops performance. Mm. 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 Yeah. Ooh. Okay. All right. You need to write an anime Muppet game. Also, I do game jams on your Discord server. You tell me, and I will get everything set up. All right. Have fun. Genuine question: do you know any contemporary utopian fiction? Good utopian aspirational fiction. Is it a yogurt commercial? No, not really. Utopian fiction is always strange. It's just difficult. Still find a single deck of terracotta, freaking witchy in the version. Because you're probably looking at that and finding what you need. Mm. Relax, recovery, research, stock. Effectively, most of the time you should just be relaxing. You want to do recovery. That means your deck has been almost entirely, it's entirely gone, and you just want all your cards back, all your discarded, exhausted. You shuffle your. Let's see. Mm, mm, Well, I mean, pentacles are one of the main default tarot things, so that might be a little difficult. Like, it is one of the default. Okay, so... Okay, so lucky coin, burn, reduce items, a spirit or arm, popsicle. Probably more I could find here. Item card, maybe. They count as additional power. You spent for additional graze armor. Got all these, so I need to add in some investigation cards. Doing any direction. Popsicle, burn. Do Danmaku battle. Normal. Heading 2. Heading 2. So, give you an idea. These are your generic cards. You are collecting items, you are collecting spirit orbs, you are collecting things to do things. Not very complicated. You want to get these to build your deck up. You want to have a good sized deck so you have more cards to be able to spend on things. But the more cards you have, that means the less likely you're going to be getting your spell cards. So you kind of want to have a deck. There's a little bit of a deck building aspect there. Make sure that you can have just enough of what you want, but never quite enough. On the other hand, memento cards are the extremely powerful, like, these are the game changers. What we would consider in a lot of the Toho games, they would be the MacGuffin. They would be the thing that lets you do the thing causing the incident. Would be a memento card. The gimmick of the game is the memento card. And there is one memento card, usually. There's maybe one, maybe two memento cards. You might have one where it's like, oh, here's 5 memento cards, and everyone gets them. But if you hold them all, you get a bonus or something. Pretty much, I'm going to tie this into a little bit of the score system. What the score system is, and I'm going to say this now, the idea of the score system is that you have a set of goals that you want to accomplish. You want to get investigation, you want to build spirit, you want to do all these things, you want to graze bullets, you want to block damage. You want to do things to build your score. If you have a really good score at the end of an incident, you get a good ending. Which is to say, you get a you get a nice ending, a good end, you get the perfect ending. Good ending, neutral ending, or bad ending. Completely fuck it up. Which is to say, in the next investigation, you get X, Y, or Z. The catch, though, is that there's a little bit of competition going on, because memento cards give you bonus score, so that's how you can get your perfect scores, and that you have them doing things. So you're constantly kind of wanting to take the memento for yourself. I'm hoping this encourages people to play different ways than they normally would. No, but I just learned that we have influencer saint or saint influencer. I mean, we're pretty soon we're gonna have baptismathons along with subathons. Brother, those already exist. You're gonna be amazed. Yeah, they already exist, bruh. Maybe not on fucking Twitch, but they've been around for a very long time. Good old fashioned mass baptism. I can always tell on Twitter when the person running the Katawa Shoujo fan account, I can always tell almost immediately when they are online because I just get a fucking swarm of Katawa Shoujo. That mean the next religious scandal possibly is going to be caught 4K on? I don't think so, because you gotta remember, influencer culture is really all about avoiding that. Like, we are like in a weird place right now. Like, yeah, there's 8 people watching. There's 8 fucking people watching me. And I'm already on like top 10% of Twitch streamers and shit like that. Like, of even like the minuscule number here. This isn't an accomplishment, but it's just like, you have people who have thousands, millions of subscribers kind of thing. And you've never heard of them. Because they're just not in that sphere. They're not in the things that we would normally think about, right? So what I'm trying to get across here, what I'm trying to say is, no, I don't think the next religious scandal is going to do that. It's going to be like, Baby Grok didn't fucking, baptize me correctly while playing the new DVD stream. Damn, it's going to be something stupid, but we're never going to hear about it because it's just not inside that social circle, if that makes sense. And because you're not inside that social circle, you're never going to see it, and you're never going to know about it. Because why would you, right? There's no reason you should know about that, because that's just not your place. Okay. 2.5 hours. I think we did pretty good with getting all these things set up. Honest to God, this is probably going to be our next big thing, and that's going to be tomorrow. In 12 hours, we get to work on this. It's not really going to be that difficult, all things considering. I need to fix this up a little bit. This is what Momiji wrote. I'm going to have to credit him. Our flawless reporter, Momiji. Shockingly, Bun Bun Maru sales are up 800%. Yeah, like things like that. We can add things. But like, yeah, we're almost done with this. If I really, really work hard on it tomorrow, I think we can get it done entirely. But that, I know we've made good progress. A lot of this is like, I know I need to again harass Scribble, and Scribble said that he would help me with the cards. He already technically. The thing is, like, he already technically said he would do it, so I just get to throw it a lot there. Okay. Good job. Thank you. Alright, so, Godspeed. Good luck. I will see you all today. Fuck is Zatsudan? Zatsudan's just talking. It's Taki. Taki. That's what we're doing. Taki. Alright, Godspeed. Good luck. I will see you all later today, most likely for you, or tomorrow morning for me.